we've been asking anyone who's in the MMO space, and will get on camera with us, this question, and it's really, what do you guys see as the future of the genre itself? Because there has been a lot of talk about, oh, it's in decline, MMOs aren't, the new hotness that they once were.
So I think that the biggest takeaway, of the industry and where it's going is MMO isn't really a genre anymore. Like before, MMO meant this, right?
It was pretty clearly defined.
Level gated, it was grindy, it was those kinds of things. That's not really what that means now, right? What a massively multiplayer game means now, and I think is going to continue on in the future, is how socially connected can I be to my friends? You play the game to be with your friends. That's what keeps you there the longest. So the more socially connected they can become, the better we as a group can tell stories. I think all of those things are going to contribute to the longevity of the industry, but it's got to be the social connectivity. I think that's the biggest thing.
I think the thing where I would like to see it go, and where we really try to push it there, is to keep more players able to play together no matter where they are in the game. I think that's the thing that almost every MMO has struggled with forever, because you have that buddy that just started and they're like level 22 and you're level 98, and you want to play together really bad, but you can't.
Or separate servers.
Exactly, and there's been all kinds of solutions of how to solve that, but I don't think there's ever been the ultimate solution, right? We're working really hard on that with our scaling system, but I think that's really the hook, because to me, that's what the MMO is. It's me playing with my buddy and having that shared experience. That I really want to see more of that push forward into the future.
Like deeper social ties in general.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And the way we're handling it, and I think we've been successful so far, is really supporting the role players, because I think people these days don't as much want to experience someone else's vision, and that gets stale. They want to create their own stories. They want to be in there with, whether it's the streamers and their fans or content creators on YouTube, or families and friends that build their own server. They can have whatever adventure they want within the sandbox framework we're giving them. And we've seen that be hugely successful for ARC. The RP community has blown up, and we're just really trying to reinforce that with adding new content, adding a lot of features that are specifically for role-playing, and really giving those people the tools and the stuff that they need to kind of have that fun, make their stories, and play the game they want to play on their own terms, really.
ArenaNet brand manager Elizabeth Kirstein said this: "I would say that, first of all, I'm not super concerned about whether or not people are posting think pieces like our MMO's dead, because it's not like someone publishes one of those and we lose players. It's nice that people are even getting hits and writing those articles, but it's not necessarily true for us. We've seen growth within PvP, and all our game modes are growing and doing really well." She went on to say, "MMOs are a long-term game, obviously, so it's a thing fueled by necessity. You've got multiple franchises running right now, and all these companies you see doing really well with their MMOs. It's certainly not a dense field, but I don't know that we've been seeing the reality of it declining."
The future of MMOs is really, really bright. We have seen numbers in Legion that we have had to go like, oh my god, is this correct? Let's double and triple check them, but we haven't seen concurrency so high in several years. Like, this is more than we had in Warlords, this is more than we've had like years before that, and we're going like
you're going back almost to like RAF numbers?
Don't want to say specifics, because again, we're checking everything, like making sure
you don't believe in yourself.
It's more that like the servers, like, we have had to increase the capacity over and over and over.
It's a good problem, man.
Absolutely. We're active in more regions than we used to, and it's like, oh my god, like, could this be real? Like, this is amazing, right? So in terms of how the future looks like, I think it looks bright as ever, for sure.
All right, well, I wish you guys the best of luck competing with Pokemon Go.